Hey y'all, it's Taylor Austin Dye, and I'm with Celeb Secrets TV. CMA Fest has always been about the fans. If you remember, it used to be called Fanfare. And I just think it's so special when everyone flocks to Nashville and you get to see all the people that you meet on the road. You know, we're all here in one central location. You get to do your meet and greets and hug their necks and just see those familiar faces, and it makes me, you know, really excited when I look out into the crowd and I see people from all over the place, and I get to talk to them and hang out with them, you know, have a beer after the show. And for me, that's what CMA Fest is all about. So my new song, Darlin', is definitely full of spunk. I had this idea that I'm nobody's darling, you know, I'm no sweet little thing in the corner, you know. And I was writing with some new artists that I'd never written with before, Hallie Hertrick and Ashley Ray. And I realized that Hallie is like this badass rock chick. And so I was like, this is the perfect title to write with her because it is fiery. And we just had so much fun that day. We sat on it for a week or two, and I was like, you know what, I have to record this song. And we've been playing it live for a couple months now, and the crowd reaction has been insane. If you know me and my music, I'm always very for the girls. All my stuff is very empowering, women empowerment. And I think Darlin' just speaks to that. You know, I released Man for that right before this, so I thought this was the perfect follow-up song. It's really a girls song, and just coming into your own and being that independent girl that you are. So I just had my first song ever, Man for That, go to country radio, and that has been such an incredible ride. I'm learning all the ins and outs of radio tour, and I'm getting to travel a lot, and it's climbing up the charts, and it's just been such a long time coming because this is a dream come true for me as an artist. You know, I grew up listening to the radio in the back of my mom's Cadillac, you know, and it was just, I've not got to hear it for the first time myself yet, but when everyone tags me in it and says, I just heard your song on the radio, it's like the best feeling ever. So I just feel like this chapter of my career is really growing, and I'm really starting to come into my own, and this song, Man for That, is helping me get there. My fan base, the Ride or Dies, because my last name's Dye, get it? They are the most incredible people. They are loyal. They're fiercely loyal. You know, a lot of them have been hanging out with me since my early TikTok live days when I would go live on TikTok back in 2020, like 3 days a week. And they have just taught me to be so fiercely loyal to your people because that's what they are to me, and I never take that for granted. I just signed my first record deal a little over a year ago, and up till then I'd been completely independent. And just having such an incredible team behind you to really make these things happen, you know, it's crazy if you're an independent artist to get a song on radio. So I'm just so thankful that I have a killer radio team over at Red Street and a team all around. I mean, it's just, we are doing some incredible stuff, and I can't say enough good things about that label and all the people there. I made my Opry debut at the very end of 2024, got a publishing deal, and signed a record deal all within about a year, and it has been just a crazy ride. I knew that this is what I've always wanted, but now that it's actually here and tangible is just such an incredible feeling. And honestly, going out on tour, it's my favorite thing, and getting to see the people that are singing the songs that I wrote back to me is just the most incredible feeling, because these are some of the deepest parts of, you know, my heart and my brain, and just to have other people relate to it and to be able to help them in some way and hear them sing it all back to me just makes it all worthwhile. I know it's such a cliche thing to say, you know, what advice would you give your younger self, or what advice would you give younger girls that follow you or whatever, but honestly, it really just comes down to being yourself, because for me anyway, I can tell when someone's not being authentic. It always just comes out a little wrong, and I think that people really appreciate when you're just unapologetically who you are and just authentic to your core and what you believe in. And I think that's the most important thing that I wish someone would have really just banged in my head a long time ago. A secret about making Darlin', probably that I was holding a little dog while I was recording my vocals. I had my manager's dog Cosmo in the vocal booth with me. He loves to come in the booth. I hold him. He don't make a peep, and he's actually been on a lot of my songs. Shout out Cosmo.